good morning. Welcome to Jenn Jiggles. Today is, I'm Jen, by the way. This is January 23rd, 2020. It's almost the end of January. I should be not doing that now, shouldn't I? Anyway, there you go. Hi, how are you? Let's talk a little bit about what happened this week and how much weight I've lost. And, yeah, I'm on a little bit of a streak, 3 weeks, and I've lost weight every week. This week was no different. I lost 1.8 pounds in total, due to a couple things. One thing I chose to do to experiment, and the other thing I did not choose to do. So let's talk about Monday. So I podcast on Monday, and I was talking about exercise and things, and then I got done, and I thought, after I was doing my powder size during the thing, and I thought, let's see what happens if I don't exercise Tuesday, Wednesday. So basically, exercise Monday, but not Tuesday, Wednesday, and see how that affects my weight loss. Which is taking a big chance for me, because if I don't see results, I tend to get depressed, and then I eat when I'm depressed or whatever. So yeah, but then Monday night came, and I had prepared dinner. It was in a frying pan on low, and it was zucchini and 95% ground, or 95% lean beef. It wasn't ground beef, it was actually beef squares. And lots of other things, carrots, all sorts of stuff, veg-wise. No oil. I just did it. I put a little bit of water in instead and put some garlic salt and stuff in. And then Ian came home, and we came upstairs because I had to show him a couple things that to do with sanding of the floor and some other things that broke during the day, which one of them was my fault, but that's okay. Anyway, and then I ran back downstairs and thought, shit, and of course my dinner had burnt to the bottom of the pan. Bad. I freaked out. I don't know why I freaked out. I think it was just low sugar. Like I said last time, I get between 2:30 and 6 o'clock, and I'm gagging, and I think I have this sugar thing. So I've been drinking lemon water, lemon seltzer water, hot lemon water, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I ended up ordering chicken in, like KFC chicken in, which was really counterproductive, but not so bad as I thought it was going to be, because I still lost 0.4 pounds on the next day. So Tuesday morning, woke up and thought, okay, let's just see how much damage I did. But I lost 0.4 pounds. So I didn't exercise Tuesday or Wednesday at all. And in the end, like I said, I lost 1.8 pounds. So I can see, let's not talk about the chicken, because I still lost 0.4 pounds. But the exercise definitely makes a difference. So I was 1.2 pounds off what I've been losing consistently, week on week. Now in that, I've been on the 4 days, weight, it does come back on. So I need to be especially careful this week. So in total, I've lost 6.8 pounds over the last 3 weeks. I should be able to do this math in my head given my degree, but there you go. 6.8 divided by 3. So on average, I'm losing about 2.25 pounds a week right now. Ian's lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks, which means he's losing 3.5 pounds. This is if he's telling me the truth, or he's got a weird way to motivate people, which is make it a competition or whatever, which I'm not subscribing to this time. It's not a competition, it's duh. But he has lost 7 pounds, and I thought, how the hell did he do that? Because he doesn't exercise at all, and he doesn't move around a lot in his day. He's a finance director for a global manufacturing firm, and so he sits on his ass all day. And not being mean, he just does. He sits on his ass all day. But I looked it up, and men lose at a rate of something like 20% faster than women, even at our age. So, yeah. Well, I'm happy he's getting healthier. I'm a little disappointed in myself, but I need to get over that. That's me, not him. So this morning I had a piece of toast with my tablespoon of peanut butter on, and because I don't like to have breakfast, I can't tell you over the last year how many times have I said that, like 150 now, 151 now. I'm just having black tea with black buttermint tea and no stevia, no nothing this morning. It's quite nice, actually. It tastes like a Werther's. So yeah, so back to exercise. This next, definitely on the next 4 days, and yeah, get myself back on track, see what's happening. I do want to talk to you very briefly about some things that another thing that happened this week. Now, yesterday I had gotten chicken breast out, and I rubbed it with fajita rub, which is very few calories, if any, maybe 1 calorie per chicken breast additional. And I put pepper and a little bit of garlic powder and oh god, a little bit of salt on, and I made carrots, but I baked the carrots in the oven inside just tin foil, so they cooked in their own thing, which made them a lot sweeter. They were really, really nice, actually, while I roasted the chicken in the oven, which I kept covered because I wanted to keep some of the moisture in. And we had beans as well. But when I was starting to plate this up, I was like, in my mind, I was saying, I don't freaking want this. I don't want this. I don't want this meal. I was ready to throw utensils in the air. And then I figured out, sorry, my printer's doing something. I figured out it was probably just low sugar. So I pushed through it. Just, I sat down with a really bad attitude towards this food. I mean, really bad. Just sat down. And then once I started to eat, I started gradually feeling better. So I think it was hunger. And so I know better now that I'll be able to tell myself, you know, this is only because you're hungry. This is why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So just take a chill pill. You'll be fine. Yeah. So I felt better about that. Also, I'm going to put a picture of it right here. This is the website that I was telling you about. The one second, I'm gonna get my phone back up here. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen me on Instagram, it's because my iPad, my new iPad, bit the shit, and I've just gotten it back. So I will get on Pinterest, or I will. Did I say Pinterest? I meant Instagram. I don't know what I said. I will get on there ASAP. So I put the picture of it here, but this is 25 ways to turn off the chatter in your head, about food. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can do it in there. Most of the typical ones you hear, you know, go for a walk, blah, 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 blah. But there was one in particular that I found very interesting, and it's very much along the lines of what I do with my hedge witch. I hate to say religion because I'm a hedge witch. Anyway, but one of the things was pick a point on a wall, and it's another thing they tell you when you're in labor. Focus something to focus on, and just focus on that. And then these people tell you to focus on it, and then bring everything in the periphery into your vision. And I was having a moment. I think it was Tuesday. I was having a moment. It was late afternoon, and I was having a moment on the sofa, and I did that, and within about 60 seconds I realized I was thinking about something else, and then realized I wasn't thinking about food anymore, then started thinking about food again. But then I did it again, and it kind of all disappeared in like this little gentle puff of smoke. So it does work. It does work. You just have to sort of get yourself into some kind of, you know, trading a bad habit for a good habit. Yeah. So I will put the link to this website in the description bar so you guys can go visit it if you want to. Maybe use some of the things. Helen Duffin is, hi Helen, is currently doing a course of yoga. I did the first 2 days and I hurt. So, because I know it's an exercise, but for me it's more about the peacefulness of it, you know, the tranquility. And then I heard, and I was like, oh shit, nope, 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 nope. It was like Pilates for me. I did Pilates with Kim in the autumn, which I felt like I couldn't move some days. I hurt so much the next morning. Anyway, so Helen is doing that, so you might want to join her for her 30-day yoga training. I hope it's going well, Helen, by the way. So yeah, so that's all that. Back to exercise again. Sticking to the Navy diet. Doing it. Vegan Pixie Books, I think, is the name of her podcast. She was going to Slimming World. Now she stopped going to Slimming World because she didn't really like a lot. They were letting you have biscuits and all sorts of stuff, and she didn't really subscribe to that per se because she's vegan. And there were probably animal fats or something in it. I don't know. I was watching, and at the same time my dog was having a spazoid. So, but she's quit Slimming World, and she started another, like a, I don't know if it's drinks or what, but it's shoes. She seems happier than she was at Slimming World for sure. Babes, if you're watching those pics, you totally are a different person. When I watched that video the other day, I was like, holy shit. I mean, you're normally happy, but you just seemed almost relieved. And I was so happy for you. So I hope it's a successful thing, and I'll keep watching and see how you're getting on. So yeah, she kind of mixes that with, she does a booktube channel, which is really, really good too. So anyway, yeah, hi. Hey, Bix. Anyway, right, so I'm at 11 minutes. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to get going here and show some things. So I think the first thing I'm going to show you is what you see here. You'll see them again on Cider House Crafts, I'm sure. But I finished Helen's socks, and I finished my Craft House Magic Jingle Bell Rock socks. So this was knit with some lovely wool that was gifted to me by Helen Duffin, the great Helen Duffin at Sprite966. She has an Etsy shop. Please go visit and buy a lot of stuff. And so I finished my socks, and I can't wait. I washed them last night, and they're dry. And guess what? I get to wear them. Now these I will be wearing all throughout the year because I'm a Halloweeny girl. Oh, I love this wool so much. I love it. Love it. I wish I could knit a husband out of this. I love my husband, by the way, but if I could have two husbands, I would knit him out of your wool. So yeah, so this is Hell's Hollow. And I just knit my regular sock toe up. German short row heel, and then 5x1 rib on 60 stitches. And yeah, thank you, Helen, for that. I love you very much. All of you too. Anyway, and then I finished this morning, and these are kind of out of kilter because I finished this morning. You can tell by the 2x2 rib, and then I've worn this one because I've stretched the hell out of it. But yeah, these are my Jingle Bell Rock socks. Jingle Bell Rock is the stripy wool, and it is by Ellie at Craft House Magic, and I really, really like this as well, but I can't wear these all year because I'm not a Christmas girl except at Christmas. So I'm going to wash these and block them, and then I'm going to, and I know a lot of people don't block their socks, but I try to make it so they're kind of perfect as far as length and the width of the foot and everything. And then they will go into my little cubby in my top dresser drawer with the other 2 pairs of Christmas socks that I have knit, and I will enjoy them at next Christmas. So that's them. Now, I've done 2 Halloween things. One is a cross stitch, which I'm saving for Craft House Magic, or for Cider House Crafts. It's the house that gets me every time. So I'm going to save that for that podcast, but I am going to show you all the other thing because it's visible anyway, which is right here. I made a clock. Remember when I said I was doing that little grandfather clock, but I'd lost the hands and I had to order a new set of hands? Well, I ended up having to get the whole timepiece, and they sent me 2 sets of hands. So what I did, I'll move you. So what I did was I used it. I printed out a Halloween decoration, and here, let me fix that. I printed out a Halloween decoration, And I stuck it to some heavy card with some paper mache glue, let it dry, and then I found center from top to bottom and left to right, and luckily enough it fell right in his nose, and then I put the timepiece on, and now I have a Halloween clock over here. Pretty cool, eh? Anyway, there you go. That's that. Got that done. There is another piece, but I'm not going to show you. But I will tell you it has something to do with that black casket that I made. Yeah, I got it done. Oh, yeah. I'm not finished cutting the top out. I don't know why I'm not in a sewing mood. But I have finished cutting out something else that I will slide over here and grab. Just 1 second. Sorry, it's so rude. Okay, so I had enough of that, My Little Pony fabric left. And I thought, I'm going to go see if I can get a free pattern for a free set of boxers for a little one. And I knew I didn't have enough for Byron, my grandson. But I thought I might have enough for Hugo. I didn't make anything. I have no idea who's in my porch or what that is. Anyway, but I did have enough to make some for a 3-year-old. So that's the waistband that the elastic goes in, and I had enough to get the back and the front done. So this is a free pattern that I printed off the internet. Now mind, I don't particularly like printing patterns. I don't find it enjoyable at all. Can I shift this a little bit? There we go. But I did it. And yeah. So I'll be sewing those up. It shouldn't take too very long to do that. I'm just going to be very careful with it. Right, so the next thing is, now that we don't have any mittens downstairs, or now that we don't have any socks downstairs, we have to do mittens. Now, this is the bag I made, but I love this button, which is Helen's Bright 966 button. So I just put it on the bag because Helen's wool is inside this bag and I have to knit my first pair of mittens. So this is going to get caked up today. It's called Olive You. I love this wool. I want it for me. Not going to go into it. It makes me sad to think about that I'm not going to have that, but there you go. What are you going to do? Right, so I was going to start the exploration station today. Guess what? I'm not, because I don't have enough of that gold color. Okay, and the next project is in this bag. And it is going to be by Casapinka, the Goldfish Memory Shawl. That's what it looks like. And these are the colors that I have chosen to make said shawl. I'm telling you, oh, this is one of my bags, sorry. Oh, should have said that right. Hang on 1 second. I have to wrap this around. So I am putting this is some alpaca from Drops, which I absolutely love. And this is my own hand-dyed, and some wool from Cocat Fibers, which just arrived. Oh, I'm doing that instead of, like I said, instead of this. And hopefully I'll get that wool ordered today, and then I am going to, like I said, I'm going to try to race through this. I am going to try to Ellie, let me back up. Ellie from Craft House Magic was doing 1 section a week, and I think there's like 12 sections, and I don't want 12 weeks of that because I really want to have the exploration station for this summer. So I'm going to do probably 2 or 3 sections a week because I don't have any socks anymore. I can do that. So I'm going to do the mittens will be 5 rows a day, and that thing is probably going to be 20 rows a day, 20 or 30 rows a day. And because I want it, but I really want that exploration station. So I'm going to order the wool for the exploration station today, and then I am going to get my ass in gear and get that done. And then I'll have a Halloween shawl, and it'll be amazing. Right. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Done. I hope you're all okay, and I look forward to talking to you again on Monday. We'll see how I got on over the 4 days. Hopefully it'll be a little bit of weight loss over the 4 days. Anyway, take care of yourselves, keep exercising, keep eating right, and stick to it. You can do it. I'll talk to you on Monday. Take care. Have a good weekend.